Hello, everybody. Welcome to another Do What You Love sessions here at Miami Community Radio. As we said last week, I'm going to be bringing guests every single week that are super talented in the community here in Miami. And today I have no other than somebody that if you follow me already, you might already know. This is Bayla G.
Hello.
We make a lot of music together. In fact, together we started an electronic music duo called Illusions. And the reason that today I brought her to the show is because, again, if you follow me, you may know, we released our EP last Friday.
Unsound Desires.
Exactly. And today's show is going to be a live performance of that EP. So we're going to be playing around 30 minutes of completely original music from our EP. Bayla here is going to sing live. We're going to be adding some live synth as well as some DJing. So we're bringing a full-on hybrid set. But before we get into singing, we also want to open up to you a little bit about how we met and what led up to this EP. We've been working on this EP for about 2 years now, and it's been
2.5.
Yeah, and
it's been a long journey.
And we met in 2018, our freshman year of college. So let's kind of take a trip
Talk
down
about
memory
that,
lane
yeah.
for a little bit,
Yeah.
and introduce how we met and how it all this journey started.
Yeah. So Mark is from Spain, as you can tell by the accent. I am not. I'm from New Jersey, and we went to school together in New Jersey. Small little tech school. We did a music program, and it's actually funny. We had an orientation, pre-orientation group game, icebreaker game that they were doing, and they literally pulled people's names out of a hat to partner them, and we were partnered in the very first icebreaker event. And from there, we showed each other our music. We were like, oh my God. I started more indie, kind of playing guitar, had a little bit of experience with electronic production, but mostly did more acoustic-based music. And Mark was DJ, EDM, came to New York City to start that career. And so we kind of combined forces almost. And because he wanted more vocals in his music, I wanted more electronics, and I wanted to improve my own production skills.
Bayla would have those amazing records that would always keep building up, and
but I couldn't do a drop.
She's like, Mark, I need help doing a drop. And so that's kind of how we bonded freshman year of college there.
I would send him 16 measures of something. I'd be like, all right. Do your thing.
And then we got lucky. We also randomly lived in the same dorm building, so
down
we were
the hall from each other.
we were down the hall, so we would always work on music.
We'd stay up till we had just left our homes. We were free first year of college, so we'd stay up till 4 in the morning just making music in the studio, and we would go to the piano lab at the school and just just make songs from scratch, just all the time.
Yeah, literally, of course, freshman year, you usually have a lot of free time, so that's what we did. And then we started making our first songs together. I remember we had a song that we worked on that never got released, but it's still,
the foundation.
The foundation of how we started. And we also would bond a lot over, similar artists, like Trufus du Sol, Odessa, a lot of those, melodic, electronic, also indie artists. And that's kind of how the journey started. We had our first release, a few months later.
Our sound has definitely evolved, and I think because both of us have just improved our skills. And even this EP, we started it 2.5 years ago, but the amount that we changed throughout the process, because we would listen back to a track, and it's months after we've worked on it, but you have to keep working on things that you get bored of anyway. But we would listen back, and we'd be like, what were we thinking?
Exactly.
And we would just rework the whole thing and just implement new sounds that we had been listening to.
Yeah, and our workflow also changed a lot. Of course, when I started in college and I first came to America, I knew very little about songwriting and about the whole writing, singing process. And then I brought in more of the production and vice versa, kind of with Bayla. But now we've gotten to a point where we've all learned from each other so much that we're completely involved in the process where we've written and produced all these songs together.
Our favorite thing to do is just sit by the studio and each have our own chair, and we just work on the song together. Every once in a while, because of when COVID was happening and just when Mark has to travel or I have to travel, it happens that there are times where we have to work remotely, and that's fine. We've done it. We've made it work. But the best feeling is to just sit in that studio with our little light up, do what you love sign. We dim the lights and we just work on music the whole night.
Yeah, yeah, that's how we started. Also, like in our dorm rooms with our LED lights. You know, I remember freshman year we didn't even have access to the studio on campus, so we would have to like find ways to record vocals without like getting room noise. So I remember like literally like grabbing blankets and like holding them up above Bayla on her dorm.
And then I would sing in the closet. I had a
Yeah.
very small walk-in closet, very small. And I'd put all my equipment in there. We'd run the cable under the door.
Yeah.
Mark would be on the other side. He'd be like, "You ready?"
Yeah. It was funny. It was funny. We started, and then as the years went by, and university allowed us to use their studio. We got so lucky. We got to like record this entire EP in like a full like industry standard professional studio with like professional microphones and like an amazing setup. So there was definitely like a progression there as well.
Yeah, and we improved our own skills with like audio engineering in that sense too. So not only did we improve like our musicality skills on the creative side, but we also just got a lot better as like music engineers.
For sure. And let's talk about why we started this project a little bit. Let's give them a little bit like an insight of why this EP got released and where it all started.
Began. Yeah, so we had, like we said, we'd been making music throughout our college years. And when we got to senior year, we kind of had to create our senior thesis, which was just a big project of kind of whatever you wanted to do within the music and technology field. And Mark and I, because we'd been working together so much, and we kind of, like, I never would make songs on my own. Everything was kind of like a partnership. We were like, why don't we just make it official? Why don't we become a music duo? So we decided to call ourselves Illusions. I don't know if Mark wants to...
There's two versions to this story. There's the super intricate, like interesting, trying to look cool kind of story. And then there's the funny one. So we'll tell both. You can tell the story.
Yeah, so there is this sushi place. So we went to school in Hoboken, which was right near the city. And there was a sushi place called Illusion Sushi with a Z in Illusion. And we would go there a lot because we both really like sushi. And so on like some of the nights that we would make music, we would, be like, let's go get sushi.
Yep.
And then when we were coming up with names, I was like, hey.
What about Illusions?
Hopefully the sushi place doesn't give us a call and they're like, hey, we want to cut.
We low-key stole their name, but
we added an S to the end.
It also felt like, it implied that the name implies like an illusion, which our music is very like atmospherical and
metaphorical.
And it's very like we're all about creating like soundscapes through our sound, and we definitely like manipulate sounds in a way that are different from when they got recorded or where they came from. So it's almost like kind of like our music feels like an illusion in some sort of way. Yeah. So we could build the story around it to make up for the name.
And we liked how the Z kind of looks like a 2 in the font that we chose, and we're like, we're an electronic duo, 2 people. So we put that together, and then after that, we were like, let's move to Miami. We didn't really have a plan. We just kind of...
Yeah, so we graduated college, and we were like, we got 2 options: getting a corporate job and then doing music on the side, or like actually like going and being like, all right, let's actually jump into the pool, no plan B, put ourselves into survival mode, and maybe like it'll work out. And that's kind of what we did, and that's when we moved down here to pursue our career.
We started a business with the name Illusions as well, so we could financially fund our music career. And so we're an audiovisual production company as well as an artist duo. So, we're learning the business side of things as well as the artist side of things. So it's been a journey so far.
It's been a journey since 2018
and
where
finally
where it all started.
This EP, which like encapsulates.
This EP encapsulates our life from like 2020 to 2024 that we've been working on it-ish, since like some of those songs started, but also since we met, like a lot of like our life and our influences growing up, meeting, all the experiences we had in college, they led up to this music. Like we portrayed our personalities, the way we think, our experiences, into this EP. So with that being said, I just think that enough talking. Let's show some music.
And we'll talk about like the meaning behind the EP, because we did kind of create a story, but we want it to be kind of ambiguous and let people, decide what they think it means to themselves first, and then we'll talk about the story that we came up with when we were creating this.
So let the music tell you the story in the way that you feel it. Let's just go. Let's play some music.
Check. 1, 2, 3. Hello.
think you'll miss it as much as you do, 'cause everything feels different from a third-person point of view. Disconnected from the moment, both your feet hit the ground. So subjective when you know that the light travels faster than the sound. I never hear a word you say, only see you walk away. 'Cause when my vision's clear as day, it's hard to process the delay. Hard to process the delay. You never think you'll miss it as much as you do, 'cause everything feels different from a third point of view. Contradicting all the feelings you let slip out under your skin. To deny them stops the healing. From within, I never hear a word you say, only see you walk away. 'Cause when my vision's clear as day, it's hard to process the delay. To process. Hard to process the delay. Hey, hey. Hard to process the to be found. I'm drowning, I need some solid ground. Everywhere I look, everywhere I go, I end up somewhere where the water overflows. Whispers call my name, the echoes feel so close. Track me down, 'cause I'm lost in out a hole. Ready to be found. I'm drowning, I need some solid ground. Find me, find me. Find me, find me. Everything I feel, everything I know leads me somewhere where the darkness starts to show. Shadows graze my skin, the panic starts to grow. Track me down, cause I'm lost and all alone. Find me, I'm ready to be found. I'm drowning, I need some solid ground. Stars or count any sheep. That doesn't save me from falling asleep. I'll give whatever my body can take. In my flawed attempt to keep myself awake. Should I fill my head so I don't go to bed and let the days fade out? Cause if I do fall asleep, I'll get caught up in a dream. The weight will hold me down. Should I fill my head so I don't go to bed and let the days fade out? Cause if I do fall asleep, I'll get caught up in a dream. The weight will hold me down. Down, down. that keep me whole, that tell me where to go, they start to fade. Had a feeling like I could reach my goals, but now that vision is just a fucking hole in the ground beneath my feet. The cracked and empty street, it starts to fall. Head in the clouds, I'm coming down. Head in the clouds, I'm coming down. I'm coming down. I'm coming down. I'm coming down. With the teardrop rolling down my face, I try to fill up all the empty space, but the thoughts that keep me whole, that tell me where to go, they start to fade. Head in the clouds, I'm coming down. Head in the clouds, I'm coming down. The more that I hold, the bigger the loss, and losing control is always the cost. The higher I go, the deeper the fall, the brighter I glow, the darker it all seems to go. Seems to go. Head in the clouds, I'm coming down.
Okay. Wow. How are we feeling? We got some minutes. We can chat for a little bit.
Got a little time, a couple minutes. So I don't think we have a lot of time to go into depth about.
How do you
the
feel about the
song.
performance? How did it make you feel to perform these songs live in front of an audience?
So I'm gonna be honest. We said it's taken a long time to make this album. It's been a long time since we've performed this album, and vocally you change over time. And in my opinion, I feel like my range has altered.
I loved it. I
No,
personally loved it.
It was a lot of fun, and it was a lot. Like it's kind of like a throwback almost,
Yeah.
like to our college years, because we performed some of these songs at school. So it's kind of like when we were singing it, I kind of felt like we were
You're
back
in
back
high school,
or
like high school, college.
college, not high school. We haven't known each other that long.
college, yeah.
College, yeah. No, it was great. Like it was just like it's been a while, It's like nostalgic almost.
So nostalgic. Like some of these. So for example, "Hold Me Down," like the third song you guys heard. Bayla wrote in high school. Like that chorus.
I wrote that like before high school, like
Yeah.
early high school.
And then we were
I
like,
just forgot
we were
about
like trying to write this like really nice chorus to this like kind of ballad that we had that we wanted to turn into EDM, and Bayla was like looking through her like
my voice memos,
Yeah.
my years of voice memos.
and she was like, well, I do have this idea. Maybe it had a slightly different lyrics, but then it kind of fit the story so well. And I think what Bayla was saying before we started is like the way we wrote this EP is that instead of writing songs and then kind of just grouping them together, we kind of like started by writing a story and writing like a concept that we wanted the songs to follow. And then from then on, we divided it into parts, and each song played a part of that story. And that's why this EP means a lot to us, because it was really engineered, like it was really written and engineered
There was a
and
lot
recorded.
that went into this.
Yeah,
And
from the beginning, we had a vision, and we weren't just winging it. Everything had a purpose. All the production had a purpose to keep telling that story.
yeah, and I said we would tell like our version of the story in the few minutes that we have. That way, we don't leave it. We could leave it so that there's an ambiguous.
I mean,
meaning.
I do feel like now that the EP is out in the world, everybody that listens to it gets to have their own personal story. But we can tell you ours, and then we don't. But at the same time, like
So it's very metaphorical in the sense that it's kind of just like about coping skills in general, and like how you cope with grief. And grief could be like grieving anything in your life, and just how some people, they like instant gratification versus working towards a goal of feeling better. And so we wanted to like dive into the two separate paths that a person can take, doing things that make you feel good in the moment but never actually let you heal fully, versus doing things that you don't want to do. Like it doesn't feel good to do in the moment, but at the end of the day it gets you closer to feeling happier and just healing from what you're grieving.
we wanted to go deep with this EP, because when we started this duo, like our whole concept and the way we wanted to brand our sound was with a crying on the dance floor aesthetic, and we really want to make music that makes people feel while also making them dance and
Groovy,
groove.
Yeah.
So
We don't want to be like Hold Me Down with like the nice guitar and stuff. We wanted to incorporate like acoustic ballads, and like we want to incorporate the beauty in that, but at the same time we want to make sure there's always like a pulse that you can move your body to.
So if you ever wonder what our sound came from and our inspiration to like all of our music, go on Spotify and search "Crying on the Dance Floor" playlist.
Great playlist.
And that's literally like exactly like how we bonded, Bayla and I, and
we
how
just listened to this music and
Yeah.
we're like, we want to make this, and then we tried to make it, but we have our own like sounds that we always incorporate into our music without trying.
Yeah.
And so we tried it, but then it turned into our own version of it.
Exactly. And I think the fact that Bayla's vocal tone is so unique, and we have also a specific style of songwriting, it separates us from other people, while at the same time keeping that lane. So hopefully this EP made you feel, it made you dance, it made you
Thanks
spend.
for letting me come on your Do What You Love show.
Yeah. So I'm so excited. Maybe we'll have Bayla back as we keep releasing more music.
Yeah.
But until then, you can search Unsolved Desires on any streaming platform.
And follow us on Instagram.
You gotta
Helium,
plug it in.
Bayla G, Illusions Official.
So yeah.
But yeah, no, this has been great, and our journey will continue.
Thank you so much, guys. Good to go.